set the mood right with some holiday background music. There it is. Here's our waterfall that we built. Just teasing this a little. Showing you what I built here. I might have to deconstruct this a bit to build my wall fortress for the steampunk Dwarven area, but that's what's there for now. And this video is now going to focus on the finishing touches of some of the construction for this little water tower building. I'm not going to say it's going to be an exciting video, but it's going to be a video. We're going to talk. You know, it's exciting, just chilling and talking and watching little things spin around in the background. Like that's fun. You know, these little gears doing their little thing, flipping them back and forth and sticking them on the facade. Some finishing touches on this industrial water tower building to kind of round out the steampunk area that I'm putting together. Obviously, this building in its entirety, I spent like an entire weekend on this, like a long weekend. I spent a good chunk of the weekend putting this building together a few weeks back. It was not easy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still very new to this game, especially the construction part of this game, but it's coming together. I mean, I'm happy with the way this building turned out. Right now I'm trying to put together what you see here on this side window, like maybe like a little funnel area, so that ideally if we could have some water pouring into this, it looks like the water is coming from another like separate building or a separate channel, that I would have water pouring into here and then going into this building as though it's now filtering the water. That's the plan for this little side stack thing that I'm putting together. But again, these are all odd pieces, not building specific pieces, so they won't snap in. You have to manually slide them around, and that's what you're seeing here is just like the manual, you know, nanometer by nanometer movement to get it exactly where you want, and then it, you know, won't ever ultimately be a piece of the building. It's part of the frustration where you can't ultimately kind of group these things together. Anyhow, came together, looked good over there for that building, and you know, again, the building itself is pretty much done. Now we're putting more little moving, cycling pieces, trying to put some wheels here. So I was trying to create something here that would look like it is pulling water out of a secondary place. So these little wheels at the bottom here, I was like, all right, if this building goes up against an actual lake or water channel, if these wheels are here, it'll look like it's pulling the water directly out of the lake and pouring it into that little, you know, window channel funnel thing up there. That was the thought process with this. Either way, it looks cool to me. I mean, I think it looks cool. I don't know. So we get this going, we get this all flattened out. Like I said, this video's, you know, there's nothing fancy going on here. And now here we're fixing centering the water that's coming out of here. Just trying to fine tune it, make it go right down the center of that little splashing, rotating piece. Fixing the pipes on here, they got a little messed up. Somehow I didn't get them accurate. And I mean, it's generally coming together. We're gonna put some last little wheels, cog wheels on the back, moving those little kind of ratchet wrench, I don't know, pieces so that they fit in, and then we'll flip this over once we've got them all in. So right now those pieces are underneath, you can't see them, but as I flip it over to put it against the wall, you'll be able to see the small little, I don't know, gears as part of the larger gears. It's like the little bolts and nuts back behind it. But see, now that I flipped it up, now you can kind of see them. Anyhow, we're going to snap that in, and then we're going to flip it so that they're not identical to the row below it. So that's all I did, just a quick little flip there, and then some fine tuning again. And you got it all on, like, I don't know, about 16 times speed, maybe more than 16 times speed here. So 16 times is the most it'll let me do, but then I have a secret to take that out, make a new video, and then multiply by 16 again, and it goes super fast. So y'all watching super fast. And then since I knew y'all were watching, I'm done with the building, and now I'm just having fun and giving you guys an early Christmas present. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year! Mwah! Mwah. There you go. So now we're just going to finalize this with a little bit of scratch and dent. Make it look like this building has actually been used. So we're putting some muck on here. Just some little scuffs and rust and mold and mildew, and looks like this building is actually being used and functioning. And the cleaning people and the repainters have not been out lately, so we just want to make it look like it actually exists in the world and is dealing with, you know, worldly things that cause buildings to not stay new forever. Alright, so we are in the... This is the first ride I put up in the steampunk area. Just a little flat ride, a little forged hammer thing. And right now just putting some texture here for the idea that I have of this thing is going up to the roof and sort of puncturing or punching into the rock up top, and we're kind of mining some, whether we're just mining the rock to be used for building. But again, this is all just texturizing, kind of painting the texture to give it a patchwork look of this machine is actually drilling up here and kind of cracking and burning the wall, the ceiling of the rock up there. I will do a lot more to this once the area is fully done, but there's reasons why I can't go too in depth up there for right now, because remember, above it we're going to have the Elven land, so I can't do too much that's going to go through and mess anything. I have to have some sort of boundary between those two lands, so I have to be cautious with what I'm doing here, or I'll have to kind of rebuild the whole area above to fit, which is why we do one area at a time. We do the Dwarven area below first, and once it's finalized, then I can start building the Elven area up top, once I know that I've got my landscaping exactly where it needs to be, my terrain. But now we're just plopping in some fire. Again, this is going to be an industrial little area as part of the steampunk land, so this machine is just one of 2 rides that I have right here in this area. I've built another ride in the area already, but you guys are living in the past right now. So here I'm just checking to see if the fire and smoke is going through, and it is. So I'm going to lower this just a little bit, just try and keep some of that from going through the landscaping there. I can always lift the landscaping later. I haven't built anything up there, like I said, and I won't until this is all done. But try and avoid as much of that as possible. That's why I built these boundaries to begin with that you saw last time, so that I know what my limits are for this area versus the other area that will be built above later. But I'm just taking a look at this fire. What it looks like at night. That's pretty cool. A lot more changes to this ride coming down the pipeline. You'll see in maybe a later update, and I'll give you a screenshot of it at the end of the video here. But now just some more tweaking of the texture there, so it looks better. We don't have little bubbles anymore. Those have been replaced in the final version. But yeah, it's the steampunk area down here. It's the first ride we put in. There's gonna be a big wall there where the train's going by. I might have to move all that, and just keep in mind what this is looking like now. It looks so much different now, like today, than when I actually filmed this a few weeks back. And again, this is part of what I'm just testing this out, part of what I want to build into the wall as part of the fortress wall on the outside back here. These are going to be the 2 towers. I'm going to put a ride like this, but it's not going to work here. I was just testing this out to see, and we'll move on from this here in just a second. But imagine there's going to be some sort of tower ride built into an actual fortress wall back there. That'll be the plan for later. And we want to place our water tower that we have constructed. So now we're just figuring out where to put this. Where do I put my cool little thingamabobber? Goes here, so it goes on top of my water channel. I can show you a little bit of that water channel that I built, how I put that together. Similar to what you saw in my old Pirate Park videos. I had to use another water ride and then just build a little wall around it. But and this is just fine tuning. Where exactly do I want to stick this? All right, but now we get it basically where we want it. Kind of looking around, and that's gonna kind of be it. Cruising, chilling. All right, thanks for checking it out. Enjoy the screenshots. Catch you later.